Hello everyone. Hope you all are fine at your homes and enjoying your virtual classes. So, I Harshika Kane, your English teacher, is back again with a new chapter, that is chapter number 4, Interrogative Sentences. Before starting the chapter, let us have a recap of the last classes. In previous classes, we have studied that different alphabets combine to form words, and when these words are sequenced in a proper order, they form sentences. A sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense by itself. It has a subject and a predicate. Then we studied that there are four kinds of sentences. First, assertive or declarative sentences means they are statement. Second, interrogative sentences means they are questions. Third, imperative sentences means they are commands or requests or even advice. And fourth, exclamatory sentences means they are exclamations or the sentences which express some sudden feelings. Then in chapter number 3, we studied about negative sentences. In that, we learned that assertive sentences are of two types. Affirmative means positive sentences and negative sentences. Later in that chapter, we studied how to form negative sentences, and today we will study about interrogative sentences in this chapter. Look at this sentence. Are you hungry? Now this sentence is asking a question, so these kinds of sentences that asks a question are interrogative sentences. Be careful of the spelling of interrogative. It is slightly difficult. Now you will notice that interrogative sentences always ends with a question mark. You may also wonder that where is a subject in this sentence? So, to find a subject, we have to first find a verb. What is the verb here? It's are. It is showing us the state of the pronoun you. So, in this sentence, you is the subject and the rest of the sentence are hungry is the predicate. So, what do we see? We see that in interrogative sentences, the predicate or a part of the predicate, as in this example, comes before the subject. Come to the next sentence. Who has rung the bell? Now, this sentence is also asking a question, so this is an interrogative sentence. What is the subject here? To find the subject, we have to first find the verb. So, what is the verb here? It is has rung. And we have to ask the question who before the verb, like who has rung. So, in this sentence or in this question, who himself is the subject. Isn't it very hot today? It is the same as saying, is it not very hot today? So here in sentence 1, not is included in is itself. So what do we see? Both the sentences are giving us a same meaning and both are asking question. So They are interrogative sentences, but they have the word not included in them. So, they are giving us a negative sense. Now, here few statements or assertive sentences and their interrogative form, or we can say questions, are given here. Let us read them. It is your book. This is an assertive sentence and its question can be, is it your book? Second, she has a doll. This is a statement and its question can be, has she a doll? Third, they were fast friends and the question can be, were they fast friends? So the sentences on the left hand side state or express something. Such sentences are called assertive sentences or statements. The sentences on the right hand side ask something. So these sentences which ask something are called interrogative sentences or questions. A question mark is placed at the end of an interrogative sentence. Now, we will learn some rules for changing affirmative sentences into interrogative sentences in first, present or past simple tense, and second, present continuous or past continuous tense. First, we will learn how to form interrogative sentences in present or past simple tense. Like in previous chapter, I told you that do and does are helping verbs of present tense, while did is the helping verb of past tense. Similarly, here in this chapter also, we will follow the same rules and will form interrogative sentences. Look at this sentence, she takes a bath. This is an assertive sentence and this sentence is written in present tense. Now, identify the verb in this sentence. Yes, it is takes. So, the part of the sentence before the verb is the subject, that is she, and remaining sentence along with the verb is the predicate, means takes a bath. Now, what we notice is that there is no helping verb in this sentence. In fact, we have only one verb, that is main verb here in this sentence, and that is takes. As we all know that we use the helping verb does with singular subjects like he, she, etc. So, in order to form an interrogative sentence, we have to add does in the beginning of this sentence. So, now after adding an appropriate helping verb, the sentence is, does she take a bath? Please notice that as the sentence was written in present tense, so we have used does with she and the base form of the main verb takes, which is take. Also, we have added a question mark at the end as it is a question now. So, rule number 1 is that if you want to change an affirmative sentence into an interrogative sentence in present simple tense, you will use do or does plus subject plus base form. Means if your subject is singular, you will use does before the subject, and after the subject you will use the base form of the verb. If your subject is plural, you will use do before the subject, then the subject will come and then its base form. Similarly, in past simple tense, you have to use did before the subject, and after the subject you will use the base form. Means did plus subject plus base form. Look at these examples. First, his elder brother lives in Agra. First of all, we have to find out the verb in this sentence. The verb is lives. So, after finding a verb, we have to find the subject. As we all know, the part before the verb is the subject. So, subject is his elder brother. Now, according to the rule we have studied recently or just before this, according to that, the formation of interrogative sentence will be like do or does plus subject plus base form. As our subject is singular in this sentence, so we will be using does. So the correct formation is does his elder brother live in Agra. Base form of verb lives is live. Second, they quarrel with one another. Verb is quarrel and subject is they. They is plural, so we will use do here. Do they quarrel with one another? Third, they stood first in class. Verb is stood and it is written in past tense. Past tense of stand is stood and subject is they, which is again plural. So the formation is did they stand first in the class. Did is used because the verb is written in past tense. And last, this horse ran very fast. Again, the verb ran is written in past tense. So the formation will be did this horse run very fast. Base form of ran is run. Now we will learn how to form an interrogative sentence in present or past continuous tense. Now, like we all know that is, am and are, these are the helping verbs of present tense, and was and were are the helping verbs of past tense. When these helping verbs combine with present participle or ing form of the verb, they form a continuous tense. In earlier chapter, negative sentences, we also studied that if both the verbs are given in a sentence, means both main and helping verb, then we were adding the word not in between these two verbs, or simply we can say that in continuous tense we were adding the word not after the helping verb and before the main verb. Same here, following the previous rules, we will learn how to form interrogative sentences. But the difference is that here we will place the helping verb is am, are, was or were at the beginning of the sentence, and then rest of the sentence remains same. We will also add a question mark at the end. For example, They are writing a book. This sentence is written in present continuous tense, and in this sentence are the helping verb of present tense is used with the present participle or ing form of the verb write, that is writing. So we will place this helping verb are at the beginning of the sentence and rest of the sentence remains unchanged. Put a question mark also at the end. Now, the interrogative sentence thus formed is: are they writing a book? So, rule number 2 states that if we want to change an affirmative sentence into an interrogative sentence in present continuous tense, then am, is or are will be used before the subject, and after that ing form of the verb will be used. Similarly, in past continuous tense, was or were will be used before the subject and then ing form of the verb will be used. Look at these sentences. Kavita is watching TV. In this sentence, is the helping verb and watching is the main verb. So, as per the rule, we will use the helping verb is at the beginning of the sentence or before the subject Kavita, and rest of the sentence remains same. So, the question will be: is Kavita watching TV? And question mark. Second, the soldiers were fighting bravely. Were fighting are the two verbs here. We will use were at the beginning and rest of the sentence remains same. So, the question is: were the soldiers fighting bravely? C. The gardener was watering plants. Was watering are the two verbs from which was is the helping verb. So we will use was at the beginning. Was the gardener watering plants? And last, the farmer is plugging the field. Is the farmer plugging the field is the correct question. Now, let us revise what we have learned today in this chapter. We studied that the sentences which ask something are called interrogative sentences or questions. A question mark is placed at the end of these sentences. Then we studied rules for forming interrogative sentences in past or present simple and past or present continuous tense. To form an interrogative sentence in present simple tense, the form will be do or does plus subject plus base form. Similarly, in past simple tense, the form will be did plus subject plus base form. Now, if we want to form an interrogative sentence in present continuous tense, the form will be am, is or are plus subject plus present participle or ing form of the verb. Similarly, in past continuous tense, we will use the form was or were plus subject plus present participle or ing form of the verb. Now, as explanation of the chapter is also finished, we will have some exercises. We will start with exercise A. Change the following sentences into interrogative sentences. First question: he is an excellent writer. So, first of all, we will find out the verb, that is. So, we will place this verb in the beginning of the sentence and then at the end the question mark will be placed. So the question is he an excellent writer? And question mark. Second, they are good swimmers. Are is the verb in this sentence. So we will begin our question with this helping verb, that is, are they good swimmers? And question mark. Third, she can knit this sweater. Can is the verb here, so we will place this verb at the beginning part of the sentence. So the question is, can she knit this sweater? And question mark. Fourth, William Shakespeare was a great playwright. So William Shakespeare is the subject and was is the helping verb here. So the sentence will be, was William Shakespeare a great playwright? Fifth, old age can bring many problems. Can is the verb here, so we will place it in the beginning of the sentence and question thus formed will be, can old age bring many problems? And question mark. The train is traveling very fast. Is the helping verb, so the question will be, is the train traveling very fast? Seventh, she is the oldest woman in the village. Is again the helping verb here, so the question will be, is she the oldest woman in the village? And question mark. Eighth, Anil and Ravi are best friends. In this sentence, Anil and Ravi together, they both noun are the subject here and are is the verb. So the question will be, are Anil and Ravi best friends? And question mark. Ninth, these bananas are almost ripe. These bananas is the subject and are is the helping verb. So the question will be, are these bananas almost ripe? And question mark. And last sentence is, Sachin Tendulkar is a fine cricketer. Is the helping verb here, so the question will be, is Sachin Tendulkar a fine cricketer? And question mark. So in this exercise A, we have just placed the helping verb at the beginning of the sentence to form the questions. Isn't it easy? Exercise B. Change the following sentences into interrogative sentences. All the questions or all the sentences in this exercise are written in either present simple tense or past simple tense. So, according to the rule number 1, we will be changing these sentences into questions by using do, does or did before the subject, and the base form of the main verb will come. Let's start the exercise with first question. She often argues with him. Here, argues is the main verb and she is the subject. So, as the subject is singular, we will use the helping verb does before it, and the base form of the verb argues is argue. Hence, the question is, does she often argue with him? Question mark. Second, my friend drives the car. My friend is the subject which is singular and drives is the verb. The base form of the verb drives is drive. So the question is, does my friend drive the car? Question mark. Third, we live in the next block. We is the subject which is plural here. So we will use do as a helping verb here and it will be placed before the subject to form the question, and base form of live is live. So the sentence or question thus formed is, do we live in the next block? And question mark. Fourth, they participated in the drama. as we can see that participated is the past form of the verb participate. So this sentence is written in past tense, and according to it we will use did as the helping verb here, and it will be placed before the subject they. So the question is, did they participate in the drama? And question mark. Fifth, he lived alone in his old age. Lived again is the past form of the verb live, and the subject is he. As the sentence is written in past tense, so we will use did before the subject he. So the question is, did he live alone in his old age? Sixth, the girl sings sweetly. Sings is the verb here, which is written in present tense, and the girl is the subject here. So we will use the helping verb does before the subject the girl, and the base form of sings is sing. So the question is, does the girl sing sweetly? And question mark. Her parents love her dearly. Now subject her parents is plural. So we will use the helping verb do before the subject her parents, and the question formed is, do her parents love her dearly? And question mark. Eighth, all boys like playing cricket. All boys is the plural subject, and we will use do before it, and like is the verb here. So the question is, do all boys like playing cricket? And question mark. Ninth, the bird flies swiftly. The bird is the singular subject, but flies is the verb here, which is written in present tense, and the base form for this verb is fly. So the question will be, does the bird fly swiftly? And question mark. Last sentence, he usually gets up at 6 o'clock. He is the subject here, and gets up is the verb. Its base form will be get up. So the question will be, does he usually get up at 6 o'clock? And question mark. Exercise C. Change the following sentences into interrogative sentences. Now, all the sentences in this exercise C are written in either present continuous tense or past continuous tense. So, according to rule number 2, we will be changing these sentences into interrogative sentences by using was, were, is, am or are before the subject, and rest of the sentence will remain same, and we will put a question mark at the end. So let us start with question number 1. First, the rain was falling steadily. Was falling are the verbs here, from which was is the helping verb and falling is the main verb. So we will place this was before the subject the rain, and the rest of the sentence will remain same. So the question will be, was the rain falling steadily? And question mark. Second, he was leaning against the wall. Was leaning are the verbs here, and was is the helping verb here. So we will use was before the subject he, and the question will be, was he leaning against the wall? And question mark. Third, they are coming before noon. Are coming are the verbs here, and we will use are before the subject they. So the question is, are they coming before noon? And question mark. Fourth, the sun was shining brightly. Was shining are the verbs here, and we will use the helping verb was before the subject the sun. So the question is, was the sun shining brightly? And question mark. Fifth, the baby is crying. Is crying are the verbs here, so we will use is before the subject the baby, and the question is the baby crying? Question mark. We are learning our lessons. Are learning are the verbs here. So we will use are before the subject we. And the question is, are we learning our lessons? Question mark. 7th, the baby was drinking milk. Was drinking are the verbs here, and we will use was before the subject the baby. And the question is, was the baby drinking milk? And question mark. 8th, the children are playing merrily. Are playing are the verbs, and we will use are at the beginning of the sentence. So the question is, are the children playing merrily? And question mark. 9th, they are studying hard for their examination. Are studying are the verbs here, and we will use are before the subject they. So the question formed is, are they studying hard for their examination? Question mark. And last sentence, the birds are building a nest. Are building are the verbs here, and we will use the helping verb are before the subject the birds. So the sentence is, are the birds building a nest? And question mark. Joy drill exercise D. Read the following groups of words and make interrogative sentences. In this exercise, you have to arrange these groups of words in a particular order so as to make a proper interrogative sentence. Like you have to begin your sentence with do or does, and you have to end the sentence with a question mark. First, they live do in India. Answer is, do they live in India? Question mark. Second, do coffee drink you? The answer is, do you drink coffee? Question mark. Third, cook does he well? The answer is, does he cook well? Question mark. Fourth, they have do a rabbit. The answer is, do they have a rabbit? Question mark. Fifth, does like she milk? The answer is, does she like milk? Question mark. Sixth, speak they do Hindi? The answer is, do they speak Hindi? Question mark. And last, they swim do every Sunday? The answer is, do they swim every Sunday? And question mark. As the explanation as well as the exercises are also completed, now it's time for some homework. Your homework is that you have to read the chapter again and learn all the described rules of this chapter. Also, you have to complete all the exercises in your notebooks neatly. We will meet again in next class to have some more fun. Till then, stay safe and stay home. Thank you.